Hello guys, I will explain about what is speech community. First of all, I will explain what is community. Community is a group of people with shared set of activities, practices, beliefs, and social structures. And what is speech communities? Speech community is a group of people who share similar ideas, uses, and norms of language. That kind of group that sociolinguists attempt to study is called speech. In a speech community, it's a group of speakers who share a language and patterns of language use. Members of the community speak more often with each other than they do with members outside the community. So they are more use the language or talk in with their community, not just with the outside community. This pattern is known as communicative isolations. Communicative isolations increase by social, cultural, economic, and geographical factors.
Hello guys, here I would like to talk about intersecting community. So, when we communicate, we must know the person or people that we are talking to. This is important because we need to use a suitable language to the person that we are inviting to communicate. The ability to adapt our language to the speech community is called by intersecting community. Wardah 2006 said, "Every person has a typical way of speaking based on their place of origin and a particular speaking community." We can know people specifically from each community by looking at the accent, word, intonation, or dialect that person uses. Someone will be the part of the speech community if she or he related to the place based on observation of linguistic norms. But Preston said, "Every person has their own perception on the linguistic text which is not always appropriate with the characteristic of language in certain areas." This causes the movement that carried out by each member of speech community based on the goal that each member of the community want to achieve. The existence of similarity in the characteristic of each individual can form a speech community. Why? Because when someone or an individual same characteristic with the other individual, then that characteristic will bond them together and form a speech community. For example, they are same skin type or same religion or etc. And then the existence of goals to be achieved by each individual makes a person a part of many different groups depending on the specific goals being seen. So, the goals that individuals want to achieve that can be politics, family, economy, religion, culture, and etc. Here is the example of intersecting community. From the example at work, this woman uses English to equal the perceptions of her colleagues who use English as the standard language, whereas in shopping at traditional market, she uses a local language in order to have a sense of equality with trade to get cheaper prices. So this woman adapts her language when she is shopping and when she is working. In order to get the benefiting from membership in each group. So this woman in one time can be the part of two speech community. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, here I would like to explain about network. The definition of network. Network is show that a person can be part of various speech communities, some that intersect and some that do not. Certain individuals may be in one or more groups but no others. The other definition of network is an abstract mechanism that shows the social relationship and individual contracts with other individuals in a society. The character of social network is defined by the contact patterns between its members. How many members know each other and how well do they know each other? The structure of network can be determined by the factor of density and multiplexity network. To be involved in a density network, if the people you know and interact and also you know and interact with one another. If they don't, the network is a loose one. They are also said to be involved in a multiplexity network is deepened relationship. For example, mm, two sisters, not only sister, but also close friend or work together, can be said to be in three ways multiplex by their kinship, their friendship, and their workplace connection. That's all from me about network.
Okay, guys, and the last point we have a repertoire. So basically, an individual also has a speech repertoire. That is, he or she controls a number of varieties of a language or of two or more languages. And a speech repertoire is the range of linguistic varieties which the speaker has at his disposal and which he may appropriately use as a member of his speech community. And the concept of speech repertoire may be more useful when applied to individuals rather than to groups. And so we know that speech repertoire is linguistic varieties that a person speaks or uses within his or her speech community. It included dialects, styles, and accents. Quite often, many individuals will have virtually identical repertoire. A speaker's verbal repertoire defines his or her individual's communicative competence. So, communicative competence is the ability to not only construct grammatically correct sentences, but also to apply language correctly and appropriately. For example, with respect to different social speech situations. We also rather talk in particular variety based on our domain. For example, where are we, whether it is at home or work, or whom are we talking to our friends or our professor. So now I give you an example of how person use a variety of language, and let's just say Ahmad. So Ahmad is from Kuwait and he works at Manhattan as a lawyer. He speaks a lot of varieties, including English, Spanish, and Arabic. When he talks to his boss, he uses a formal English. It is different with how he talks with his colleagues because he uses informal English. Further, he could use his Arabic and Spanish to talk to his clients. So, from the example, we know that Ahmad speaks more than two different varieties and he appropriately put them based on his situation. So that's all from me and from group 4. Thank you.